This is Manchester United versus Liverpool.
It is more than just a football match, and the managers know it all too well. Let's hear from Jurgen Klopp and Ole Solskjaer.
A performance needs to consist of 90 plus minutes of attacking and defending, and definitely when you play against a team at the level of Liverpool at the moment, they're on a great run of form. Some individual skills that you cannot almost defend against. But as a team, we have to be compact, we have to be aggressive, we have to go out there and give every single drop of nous, knowledge, strong mindset, physical energy. It's gonna take everything to get results against the best teams in Europe and the world, and Liverpool are one of them at the moment.
United-Liverpool is a massive game, obviously, we know that. I think Man United is not overly happy with the results they got so far, but we all know that they are able to do incredible stuff. So that's how it is, and we saw it already. We try to focus mainly on ourselves. We prepare them for a football team, and that's a really good football team they have. And that's it. And it's an away game as well for us, so it's a home game for them. So that's what we do. I prepare the team for a tough game against a really good opponent. So I don't prepare them now like for 3-4 days for Man United and Battle of Britain and all these kind of things, that we are long enough together that we all know the importance of this game.
A huge rivalry and a match that will capture the attentions of fans all around the world. We all love watching it, but you've actually played in this fixture, Andrew. What was it like? How different was it to all other games?
Special. This game for obviously the Manchester United fans and the Liverpool fans, I think this is the game that both set of fans and players look forward to, and in the history and tradition between both teams. I think I was very, very fortunate, obviously, when I was playing, because we were the stronger team, we were the dominant team in the Premier League. We always seem to come out the winners, but it's changed. And watching Liverpool now, it does hurt me to say it, and I'm not going to lie, but I enjoy watching them play. I think what they have up front, the three boys up front are real special, and Salah, I think he's up there as one of the best players in the world at this present moment in time.
Well, before we talk about the here and now, let's just reflect on your time playing in this fixture, because you scored some wonderful goals. 4 in this fixture in the Premier League, Andrew. What did these goals mean to you? Yeah,
joining Manchester United, I didn't realise what it was all about until I actually understood it. And like I said, the rivalry is so fierce, and it's a great game to play in. It's played at a great tempo. There was always goals, in the era I was playing. Over recent years, there's not been many goals. So I don't think both teams have been as attacking. But I'm hoping that this is going to open up a little bit more now. We're going to see more goals.
I asked you a moment ago off camera whether you'd lost any of these fixtures, and you said you didn't remember them. So I like the fact you put those 2 defeats against Liverpool to the back of your mind.
I have to, considering what I played 10 times and lost 2. Come on.
That's pretty good.
Come on, I'd say that all day long. I don't think some of the other boys have got that kind of record. So I'm very, very happy.
It's very decent. And Leanne, as a Manchester United fan, you make that very well known. How are you feeling ahead of this one?
Nervous. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, but I think obviously Ole Solskjaer's come out a lot under pressure this year, as of the team. But I think that win against Atalanta was big. It was. I know people were saying we went obviously 2-0 behind, 2-0 down, but I think it shows you how much it meant. You saw Cristiano Ronaldo at the end of the game. This is someone that's won 5 Ballon d'Ors, won everything you can, and he's on these knees, cheering and celebrating. So I think that win can hopefully catapult us into a place we know we can be at. But Liverpool, especially the fact that it's at Old Trafford, that makes me feel a little bit more, optimistic. But I do think we can pull off a result, I really do. Liverpool are playing better. No one's denying that. I think Mohamed Salah is the best player in the world at this moment in time. I really do. As Andrew said, as much as it pains me to say it, I respect quality football, and Liverpool are playing that, whether it be Mane, Salah, Jota, Firmino, unbelievable at the moment. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I do think Ole Solskjaer seems to be able to come alive, and we seem to be able to come alive when people least expect it. I think people expect us to lose these next games against City, against Leicester coming up, Atalanta home and away. I think people are setting it up as if to say we're not going to win, whereas I actually still have the faith.
OK, it's interesting because there are so many ways you can look at this. You've got some United fans that look at that comeback against Atalanta on Wednesday night and think, right, this could actually propel us into this tough run of fixtures. And then you've got other fans who are looking at it and saying, actually, that comeback just papers over the cracks of what's actually not been a good season at all for United.
Yeah, and again, I don't think that's necessarily a contradiction. I think everyone knows that United are not the perfect team. They're dysfunctional to a certain extent. They have great players, but do they have a great team? Absolutely not. And who is to blame for that? Is it the recruitment, or is it the guy who's actually trying to get the players to play collectively? And that's why the big question mark still seems to be coming back all the time. And the problem is, if you have a manager that gets questioned again and again, then by definition he can't be the best manager in the job.
Because it's Manchester United, though, because
but that's the
we
job.
went on this away, record of like not losing a game, and no one even knew that. But I know it's Manchester United, and people highlight Manchester United way more than other teams. It's not just because I'm a fan of Man United; it's the truth. It is one of the biggest clubs in the world, and everybody knows that. And I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's pedigree before Man United, I think that's why people don't think he's set up to be. He's not a Klopp, is he? He's not a Tuchel. He's not a Guardiola. We know that, but he seems to have brought a little bit of happiness back to the team, which is great. But I want to see us win something.
Is it enough?
No, it's not.
It's not enough. But if you look at, obviously, since Sir Alex Ferguson retired, if you look at the managers we had, no one's been good enough. We've got to be brutally honest here. No one's been good enough. And every manager who's been given the opportunity, everyone to, it's rubbish. Give someone else to go.
And this is Mourinho we're talking about as well, and Van Gaal. And
there you go. And that's what the media have done as well. Don't forget, the media push a lot of this. Yeah, it's media-driven. No, he's not good enough. Man United needs someone else. More attractive football. Get back to the old style of playing for Manchester United. Well, the manager who did that's retired. So there's no other manager who can come in and do exactly the same thing. So I think with Manchester United, we can't be prepared to keep sacking managers, because that's not Manchester United. So them sticking with Ole, he's my ex-teammate, and I get on extremely well with him. Give him a chance.
How long?
How long? How long's a piece of string?
It's been 3 years now.
How long's a piece of string?
No, I'm asking, how long would you...
Because
if you were in charge, when would you like to see him being competitive in the biggest trophies?
Of course I want to see him competitive now. I think Manchester United have to try and win something end of this season. I genuinely do believe that. End of this season, Manchester United got to be prepared or be in the race to be winning something. Otherwise, question will be asked. Because this is Manchester United we're talking about. And rightly so. But I look at what he's up against now. Liverpool, Manchester City, they've moved on so much. And you turn around and say to yourself, come on, man, how are you going to catch these guys?
These are teams that are recognisable for their style of play.
Yes.
You know who they are because they have really strong managers playing a very strong football. These guys are completely in control of their dressing rooms. All these things are not really quite there with
But we don't have
Ole.
a style of play. This is the problem. And I said this about other teams. You look at a West Ham, and I'm not comparing us to West Ham, but any player that comes in, or a Leicester, they have a philosophy, and you know how they're going to play. Even Everton, having a new manager come in, you can see what they're doing. Manchester United are inconsistent, and so is my opinion of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because 1 minute, I never want a manager to get sacked, and I think the fact that he is a club legend, I think it does play a factor in it, but it's almost like somebody needs to make that decision, similar to what Chelsea did with Frank Lampard. It's either make the decision to get rid of him or keep him and back him, and they've given him a new contract.
I know what you're saying there, but being in the game and understanding the game, managers don't bring you success. We're talking about Pochettino. If he comes in, he'll do this, he'll do that. What did he win at Tottenham?
Yeah, it's not guaranteed.
Nothing's
I think
guaranteed.
People's frustration is he's been there for 3 years and we haven't won anything. But has there been progression? Potentially, yes. We come second in the league last year. But I think people expect Manchester United to just blow teams away. And I think I've had to have a word with myself because we're not Manchester United of old and Arsenal are not the Invincibles anymore.
I think sometimes, but I think as Manchester United people, we look at things through blinkers as well. We think, right, we're going to dominate and every team's rubbish. No.
Yeah, I know.
It's not like that
Football's
anymore.
changed.
You know what I mean? So we've got to look at him. We've got to be brutally honest with ourselves and turn around and say, that's the level we need to get to now. If it's going to be with Ole, we hope it will be. But if it's not going to be with Ole, who can it be? What manager out there to say, all right, we're going to give him the post and he's going to take us forward?
But do you guys think, though, if it was like another manager in charge, so if a Klopp or a Tuchel or a Guardiola was managing this team, do you think it would be better?
Different. We never know. These are all ifs and buts.
What do you think, Rafa?
Huh?
From an unbiased perspective.
I think that if you're up against the best managers in the world, you need to have one of the best managers in the world. That is the bottom line.
I hear that, but
And
if you can't get one of the
is.
best managers in the world, what do you do?
Well, I think United can, because they're hugely attractive. They have lots of money. They can have fantastic players. Some of these players are amazing that they have in the team.
Yeah.
But as a collective, they're not performing nearly as much. And you look at every single player and you think, are they performing to their real potential? How many of them can you really say they're performing to their real potential? Then look at Liverpool. Player by player, a lot of them wouldn't be that exciting if they're just by themselves. Fabinho, Henderson, Robertson came from Hull. But they've been lifted. Been lifted.
But they had a
by
plan,
the collective.
though, didn't they?
By the collective.
They had a plan, and I think Manchester United made really poor decisions in the last 5 to 10 years that are affecting us now. You know, you look at the sign of Donny van der Beek. It's like, why did we get him from Ajax if we were never going to play him? Why did we do that? What kind of a decision is that? I don't think he's a bad player.
He's a good player.
But everyone now thinks he's not good enough for Manchester United because he's coming on for 2 minutes, he's not getting any minutes. But what kind of decision is that? Why did we get him? And that goes back to what was the philosophy of what we're trying to do? Because, you know, you can't just get players and just throw them in there and expect them to perform. There has to be a plan of where's Sancho going to play? Why did we get Sancho? We were talking about this, how you know Sancho well, you know, the German Bundesliga expert. He's best coming off the left, and that's where Cristiano Ronaldo plays. So who do you sacrifice? Because I don't think you sacrifice Cristiano Ronaldo.
There's no joint-up thinking, that's the problem. And I don't think there is, as you said, there's no strategy.
Yeah, I think at the moment, you know, it hurts me to say, I think it's a bit of round hole square pegs. You know, we've got loads of talent, and I mean loads of talent. But how do you try to fit all that talent in?
Well, that's the difficulty that Ole Solskjaer has, isn't it? Because when you've got Cristiano Ronaldo and Sir Alex Ferguson tells you you have to play Cristiano Ronaldo, that's what you do. Let's hear from the man himself.
Cristiano, great to see you. When we chatted after that Newcastle game, you were on Sky High. What's it been like since?
Fantastic. I'm very happy, you know, to be here in Manchester, and I'm here quite 2 months already. It's good. I'm still adapt, you know, new stuff, new language, new football, Premier League, the new players, the new system, the new weather. So, but it's still good so far.
And the roller coaster that is Manchester United. When you win, it's there, and when you're down, it's a disaster.
Exactly.
You remember that?
Yes, it's the criticized always gonna exist. You know, you play in one of the biggest clubs in the world. So it's happened, but we have to deal with that. We have to be able to accept the criticism because Manchester is like that.
It's always spurred you on, personally. Do you get the feeling it's going to do that to this group?
Yes. My second day with the group, I had speeches in a hotel that I said that I'm so proud to be here. I see a huge potential in this club and these new players, this new generation. So I'm here to help, you know, with my experience, with my goals, with the way I play. I hope to help the team to be in a top level. So this is why I'm here, to win stuff.
Talking of winning stuff, there's a lot of football to be played between now and May. What would be success for you this season for United? Winning a trophy?
Of course. The most important thing in football is to win stuff, in my opinion. And I think Manchester, they have to thinking like that. Will be difficult? Of course it will be difficult. We have a change, new players, new system, yes, but doesn't matter. We have to thinking positive, we have to believe, we have to be together. If we have to sacrifice for something for the club, we have to do it. If not, it will be impossible to win stuff. But I think we have a huge potential. We have amazing players, and you have to believe high. We have to believe big. And I hope, to be honest, to win something this year.
Talking of big clubs, this weekend when Manchester United meet Liverpool, you've been there, done it. I remember 07-08 when you scored at Old Trafford against them. How much are you looking forward to experiencing this fixture again, and what is it like for a United player to play Liverpool? Well,
it's always good to play against big teams, not just only Liverpool, but Chelsea or Arsenal. It's always tough and good, and the motivation is coming by himself. So it's good. I hope after the Wednesday night that Sunday we can continue with this vibe, with this positivism. Will be tough because Liverpool have a good team and they are in the top of the league. But we play in home. We have to believe that will be a tough game, but it's possible to win. We have to play good, compact, to don't concede goals, and we will see what's going to happen.
But you can remember how special these fixtures are
Very
between these two
special.
teams.
I know when we play against Liverpool, Anfield or in home, it's always special because it's one of the best teams, not only in Europe, but in the world as well. So it will be tough, and I hope, fingers crossed, that we can have 3 points in this game.
The little smile on his face there when he was reminded of his goal against Liverpool, that was quite nice, wasn't it? Look, he's going to have a tough job scoring against that Liverpool defence. How do they stop him?
I think if Manchester United watched the video of the game against Atletico, you know, how it will cause them problems. Every defence is going to, every now and then have an off night, you know, and I think with his qualities, he could have a game when he's not too involved, you know. Midweek, Atalanta wasn't really involved, and then he gets a fantastic header because he has that quality. He only needs half a chance, you know. So he'll know what to do because he's played against those kind of players week in, week out for the past 10 years, and he'll really be looking forward to it.
But we have seen that other teams have already been able to stop him this season, Rafa, so he doesn't score in every game.
No. And he can't because
he's human.
He's reliant. Also, he needs a bit of service. He's not going to be picking up the ball like Messi. Sorry to bring him up, but
no, I like Messi.
And go past 5 players. That's not his game. He needs to be in the box on the last ball. He's only going to touch the ball once in attack. That's the score. So if you can take the ball off United, and Liverpool, I think, will be pretty good at that, then you isolate him, and that's where the problems start. Because without the ball, I think you struggle when you have somebody who's just not prepared to work anymore.
No, but I have a hard time with that, Rafa, because this is Cristiano Ronaldo, like one of the best ever players. I don't think we need to be sitting and talking about his...
Time stops for no one.
Right, but I know football's changed. You do have to defend. He does defend, but I don't think we bought Cristiano Ronaldo to track back. You know, we've got other players that should be doing that, so he can have the licence to do it. And what I love about Cristiano Ronaldo, we know he's going to turn up on Sunday. We know that he has that something different and extra. It's not a coincidence that he scored so many late winners in the game, is it? It doesn't just happen, because why is no one else doing that? He comes alive when teams really need him, and I'm optimistic he's going to come alive on Sunday. But I don't know if collectively we have good enough players around him that are going to show up.
I don't know about that. I think, you know, this is a game that it doesn't really matter what form you're in. You know, this is very much a derby game. You know, Manchester United will be going into the game. Ronnie touched on it there. When you're at home, you're the home team. It doesn't matter who you're playing against. You've got to win your home matches. It's that simple. Liverpool, Arsenal, Manchester City, it makes no difference. You have to win your home games. Manchester United will be going into that game on Sunday believing they can win it.
And for Liverpool, they have Mo Salah, who scored in 9 consecutive matches for the club. His consistency levels are just incomparable. He's on another level this season, Rafa. How does he keep pushing himself to get better and better?
He's incredible because not only does he score these amazing individualistic goals, he also never misses games. He's incredibly fit. And that makes a huge difference, especially in the Premier League. You have so many games. He's so reliable. He can play 90 minutes every time, no problem whatsoever. And this is in a team now that have options with Jota to rotate a little bit. But right now, of course, there's absolutely no reason you would leave him out. He's just been in inspired form. It takes, obviously, ability and talent and all these things, but it also takes huge confidence to be prepared in the box to take the extra touch. And right now, he has it.
Leanne, you said earlier that you think Mo Salah is the best player in the world right now. Why?
I think you've only got to look at the goal he scored last week. I mean, when you're in a position where you can create something out of nothing like that, he had no right to score the goal that he did, and it was unbelievable. And when you're in form, you're in form. As we've seen, Harry Kane this year hasn't been in form, and everything Mo Salah seems to touch seems to be gold at the moment, and he's creating opportunities. And even last year, when Liverpool wasn't playing very well, he was still right up there, you know, for the Golden Boot. And I think at times, I'm not quite sure, I think people only this season have realised how good he is, which I question, because I think he's been consistent for the last 3 years, similar to a Son at Tottenham. You know, it's almost like some players just have to do a little bit more to get the respect they deserve, but he's in unbelievable form, and I am worried on Sunday for this.
I'll agree there. You know, some players have to do that a little bit more to get the respect they deserve. And I think watching Salah over the last, 3-4 years, I think he's proved to everyone is an unbelievable player. But now people are talking about him as if to say, oh, he's come alive all of a sudden. No, he's been doing that for years. But now he's getting the credit because some of the goals and his creativity and his running power, pace, everything, he's got it all in abundance.